What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another live stream on Gran Turismo 7. And there we go, put myself on down there. Alrighty. So, yeah, I was meant to stream some of this yesterday, like I normally do on Tuesdays, but had a little bit of a last moment change of plan and kind of mess up. But I'm not going to be doing the full 3-hour stream I normally do. It's going to be cut short by an hour, but that's enough time to at least get a few races in, because as we've seen in the past, like back when I used to do like all the daily races in like a 4-hour stream, like I would do A, B, and C. I've learned from the past that within 2 hours I can get at least 3 races in, so I'd say that's pretty good. Alright, so speaking of which, the daily race C for this week is in Group 2 cars at Suzuka, which is a combination we've had before. Excuse me. And dynamic weather is turned on for this, so we're gonna have random weather for this race, and we get to use a selection of the GT500 Group 2 cars. We got the GTR, we got the Lexus SC430, and the NSX, in which the NSX is the car I'm going to be using, because technically the actual fastest on the top of the leaderboard is the Lexus, but from what I've heard and I've seen on the leaderboard, all these cars are fairly well balanced with each other, so really you can use any of these 3 cars and you can have the same chance of winning. And so, yep, I'm going to be using the NSX for this. And of course I need to do some qualifying because I haven't done that yet. So let's go ahead and jump into the qualifying time trial. And of course I don't own this thing, although I think I might consider buying this. Like these cars specifically don't come up very often, but I mean, I wouldn't mind owning my own one of these. So perhaps at some point I'll buy my own, but we're not going to worry about it for this time here. Alright, let's go ahead and bring this thing on track and let's see what kind of lap time we can put down. The fastest time in the world is a 143.4, I think. Wait, let me look. What was it again? Oh no, 148. Okay, never mind now. So fastest time in the world right now is a 148.3. So to get within 2 seconds of that or close to it, I need to get at least a 153 or faster. But if I can get close to that 2-second gap, then that's alright with me, because that's what I usually try to aim for. I always aim to get within 2 seconds of the fastest time, which usually happens most of the time. So we'll see if we can continue that same pattern here. We got some time to run some qualifying laps, so we'll see what kind of lap we can put down in the old NSX GT500 here. I feel like maybe I should just try and keep it getting fourth the whole time through the S's. Oop, okay, that's a corner we gotta be careful on. Gotta be careful on putting the power down there. Yeah, I feel like riding fourth through there feels fine, given the amount of downforce this car has. Alright, 130R is almost flat out, but I would say not quite in this car. Or actually, no, never mind, it's this. It could have been a little bit earlier on the brakes than that, but it's on the first lap. Let's see what we get here. Okay, 52.0, alright. Easy, there we go. Better exit than last lap. Yeah, as long as we turn in early enough, we can definitely flat out that. I improved by nearly a second that lap. I thought you could no lift that, but nope, you can't. fuck that up. Well, we pretty much lost all that time, almost. Well, we managed to get it back at the end there, but that definitely could have been a little bit quicker. So we know we can find at least another 10th and a half somewhere around the first half. Yeah, it was around this bit that we lost it all before. Ooh, almost clipped my wheels in the grass. Well, I did, but almost messed me up, but thankfully it didn't. There we go. There's a couple more tenths shaved off. Down to 50.6. Just need to get a few more tenths to be within that 2-second range. There we go, hook that up nicely. Gain a little more. Ooh, there we go. Almost in the 49s. I slowed down a little too much for that second apex there. Okay, rode that curb a little too much that time. Gotta be careful of that. Alright, we'll round out this lap and then I think the matchmaking period should be open by now. Well, just shy of 49, but I mean, we'll have a couple more qualifying sessions after this first one here to try to get it. And plus, I mean, we still got more time in between now and the first race to possibly do it. So we'll see if we can possibly hit a 49 at some point. If we don't, then oh well, we're close enough to it that I'm happy with it. Yeah, that was over a second and a half slower whole lap. Yeah, I had that one good lap and then I just instantly fell off. I just hope, no, honestly, the main goal now is just to try to have some good consistency. Alright, let's see. The engine period should be open now. And yep, we got just under 10 minutes. So let's round some more laps and let's see if we can possibly hit a 49 before this first race. And then once we get in the lobby, we gotta check the weather and see what it's looking like. See if we gotta change our tires to start or not. We don't have to we only have to use the medium tire for this race. So this isn't a race where we have to use like 2 different compounds before the end of the race. The only time we have to change tires is if the track is wet or not. So yeah, once we get in the lobby, we'll have to look at the weather radar and see how we looking. See if we gotta put on rain tires or not. Because usually, most of the time, with my luck, we could end up having all 3 of these races be dry races, or we could have like 1 dry, 2 wet, 1 dry. Who knows? Sometimes the variable weather, sometimes the random weather, for me at least, with my luck, isn't very random, and I end up having a lot more dry races than rain races. But we'll see. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm kind of hoping we get some rain, and at least at some point in all 3 of these races. I had the wheel turn a little too much. Oh well, this lap wasn't even close to my personal best. Jeez, a whole 2 seconds off. No, I think I might have cut that too much. Yeah, well, oh well, this isn't gonna be a new PB anyway. Gotta be careful not to ride that curve too much. Looks like we'll be able to round out at least one more full lap here. Alright, well, that'll be it for this first little qualifying session. Alright, let's see where we get put on the grid for this first race, and let's see what the weather's looking like. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, looks like we're starting third on the grid, and from the looks of it, looks like we're going to have a dry track the entire race. Yep, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like with my luck, like, we won't get a single rain race at all. But, I mean, at the same time, I don't mind a dry race, but I kind of want some rain races too, you know, to spice things up. But, looks like it's not happening in this one. So, we shall stick to the dry tires. Let me just make sure they're on. Yep, alright. So, no rain tires needed for this one. See, anybody that I know starting at the back? Well, there's one, but not one that I recognize, at least. Yeah, so my driver rating is back to what it normally is, but it's a little bit lower than what it was before the tragic downfall. So I think this might be a little bit lower for a lobby that I'm used to being in. So, but doesn't mean we can't have a good run. Not much of a lap time difference between me and Denny Hamlin, of all people, in front of me. It's weird seeing him in one of these here cars. Alright, first race of 3. Man, we're gonna have a fully dry race. No rain coming in this one. And let go. Jeez, I already took that curb too much. Oh. And I already messed up. Damn it. Well, a little bit of a setback, but at least we managed to get out of that without damage until we got hit in the ass there and got bumper damage. Oh crap! Damn it! Now we're back here in the cheap seats with all these guys in traffic. won't take advantage of that. I did hit him in the ass a little bit there. Oh, looks like someone made the same mistake I did. Or at least similar. Man, I keep waiting way too late to get on the brakes to set myself up for that second apex and spoon. I always do that. I always wait too late. Whoa, Jesus Christ, that wasn't really breaking there. Damn. Okay, managed to get around him. Back in the top 10. But we still got some work to do if we're going to make any more places up. just about in this Brazilian's slip range, but only just. Well, now we're definitely well within it now. Let's see how quickly we can get around this guy. I thought about sending it into the hairpin, but he didn't really break as early as I thought he would have. Yeah, I tried to time it to where I can get him here, but I didn't time it well enough. Oh, I might be able to get him here, though. You gonna defend? Nope. Whoa. Okay, easy there, bud. Car got a little loose on me there. You know, I'll be honest, I didn't look, but I presume that there's still a mandatory pit stop in this. There wasn't a mandatory pit stop in last week's race. But I presume that there's a mandatory pit stop in this one. But since we don't have to worry about changing tires, then we should be able to just pit anytime we want. At least I think you don't have to change tires. I don't know. I haven't seen a video of anybody doing a full dry race on this, so I actually don't know if we have to change tires or not. See, we're a little over halfway through the race, and the tires aren't quite half worn yet. They're about half worn, but not quite. So I feel like they can last till the end. I don't know, perhaps after this race, I'll watch the replay of the winner, and I'll see if they change tires on their pit stop or not. But I won't pit just yet. I'll stay out for maybe a couple more laps, or maybe just one more. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. I'll come in on this lap because literally everybody's coming in now. So yeah. Let's see. Okay, you know, I'll judge it by this. If this guy catches me like hella quick, then I'll presume that means he's on fresh tires. I mean, this guy was the leader, so he's already going to be quicker than me, but if he catches me like ridiculously fast, then that means he's got fresh tires. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's still behind me, but he's not really gaining on me that quick. So I don't think he's on fresh tires. If he was, he would have just zoomed past me like I was sitting still almost. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he didn't. I'm pretty sure he's still on the same tires that he was on already. So yeah, we won't change tires when we go into pit here. Alright, don't change. Alright. Alright, let's see where we come out. I don't remember what position I was in before, but... Alright, looks like we're going to come out in 8th. We'll see if we can possibly recover another position or two maybe before the end. Oh, well there's one because somebody's in the gravel. Yeah, nobody behind me is gaining time on me really drastically fast, so I presume everybody is still on their same set of tires that they started with. But like I said, I'm going to save the replay and I'm going to watch the guy who won make his pit stop and see what he did. Because he was right behind me briefly, and he wasn't, and even if he was a little bit quicker than me, like he wasn't gaining on me like super fast as if he was on fresh tires. So I don't think he took fresh tires, but we'll find out after the race. Whoa. Or step down on me a little bit there. Oh god, now I got 30 tires. Oh Jesus. Honestly, the fact that my tires are getting as worn as they are, I feel like maybe I should have took fresh tires. But I mean, this could possibly be the only dry race I get, so, or not, but we'll see. I mean, usually with my luck, it probably will be. We'll probably will get 2 more dry races, but we'll see what the random gods give us in the next 2 races we do. Okay, yeah, I feel like this guy behind me is definitely on fresher tires. Yeah, we should have took fresh tires. This was the wrong call. Okay, now you're trying to pass me. Well, why the fuck would you even think about going on the outside? Well, if these guys behind are on fresher tires, then I need to defend for my absolute life to keep this 9th place. staying all the way to the left, not giving them an inch of the inside. The apex a little wide, but it's alright. Oof. Oh crap. Oh shit. Ah, yeah, these worn tires are starting to give out on me. Well, considering I started third in this race, that definitely could have gone better. But I think the real thing that screwed me over is probably the fact that I didn't take fresh tires. Yeah, but I wasn't sure, so that's why I didn't do it. But I mean, I don't know why I should have just done it, because I mean, it wouldn't have mattered. I mean, because I was already so far down from where I started anyway. But oh well, if we get another dry race, then I think we will have to take fresh tires. But like I said, I'm gonna watch the replay of the guy who won, and I'm gonna see what they did in terms of their pit stop. So let's save the replay. And I lost a little bit of driver rating, but at least our safety rating is fine. Honestly, I'll take losing a little bit of driver rating as long as my safety rating stays the same. It doesn't drop, then that's all that matters to me. Alright, let's see. So I believe the guy who won, he took his pit stop on lap 6. Let's turn this on. Let's find him. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is the guy who won. Oh, okay, I think I just saw that. I think he did take fresh tires. Looked like. Let's watch it again just to be sure. Okay, he did change tires. Okay. So if we get another dry race, then I will change tires next time when I pit. But who knows? Maybe the next couple races we get will actually be wet. We'll see. Let's see how much time we got for the next race. 6 minutes. Okay. Jump in the NSX again. Well, we got a couple attempts, at least to try to improve our time, possibly getting the 49s. the grass. The grass. Don't be touching that. Nah, that lap was terrible anyway. Okay, jeez. Didn't even make it to the start finish line. Didn't get on that first apex as well as I should have. Well, not gonna bother restarting because by the time I get to the starting line, it's not gonna. Well, I mean, I crashed, so whatever. But I'm not gonna have time to finish this lap because I'm not gonna get to the starting line in time. Or I don't know. Maybe I will. Hold on. Okay, it looks like we'll have just enough time, unless the game screws me out of 10 seconds. Nah, that was bad, bad, all bad. Well, the game didn't screw us out of 10 seconds, but that was a very crappy lap. A whole 2 seconds off my PB. Now, I presume we'll be starting roughly in the same place. Yeah, we're actually starting second this time. And how's the weather looking this time? Oh, okay, hold on. We got some weather in the area, but looks like it's just going to pass right by the track. And, yep, it's just going to go right by the track and not even hit us. Okay, well, looks like we're going to have another dry race. Yep. There's some random weather, but yeah, it's just going right past the track. It's not even going to hit us. And there's nothing else coming in behind that that's going to hit the track at least. So, yep, looks like we're going to have 2 dry races in a row. But at least this time, I know to change my tires this time. And it looked like the majority of the field came in on lap 6, so that's probably when I'll pit this time. And let's just see if we cannot make a hash of the first. Excuse me. Let's see if we can not make a hash of the first lap and actually be within a shot of winning the race. Headphone cord was a little bit twisted up. Okay, just double check. Okay. Alright, let's go. Ouch. Okay, didn't need that. Me and this guy have bang on the same lap, but he might be a little bit more consistent than I am. So with that, he could just run away with it, possibly. Okay, why are you sending it on me, bro? It's fucking lap 2. Chill out. no reason to be sending it on people this early in the race. You're just costing us time to the leader. This guy is trying way too desperately to get by me. This guy better not send it on me in the hairpin this time. Okay, good, he didn't that time. I don't know why this guy is trying so desperately to get by me. Oh my god, this guy's pissing me off, big time. Yeah, see, you tried desperately to get by me, and then you can't even freaking drive. Just stay behind me. Jeez, I was right with Denny, and now I freaking lost time because of these idiots behind me. There we go. Now I don't have that guy freaking barreling my ass. I can actually keep up with Denny now. Okay, not sure what's going on with Denny, but he's going very slow all of a sudden. Well, that's not going to help my in lap. That's going to cost me probably a few tenths. Probably more. We'll just see what happens when we come out. Cut. All right, now we're gonna change tires this time. All right, we'll see if we come out in front or behind Denny. All right, everybody else behind is pinning. So, okay, all right, they're coming around the last corner now. Alright, well, we came out in front of Denny, but now I got this guy hindering my ass. And he's just gonna ram me. Okay. Yeah, these cars are balanced, but they can't do exactly what every car can do in every single spot. Oh, we really messed that up back there. Yeah, I guess Denny must have had a bad time in traffic. I don't even see him in the top 8. Damn, he must have had a really bad time back there. Well, I guess point proven right there. With that little message he just put in the chat to whoever he was adding. Fastest lap of the race. Let's go. Oh, never mind. Got took it away immediately. We had it for about a second. Alright, just gotta get around 2 more laps. Let's just not do anything stupid. Let them battle it out back there, and then that'll help me. Remember when I said don't do anything stupid? That's something that we shouldn't be doing. But thankfully we got away with it. And now we got a 3-second gap. Jeez, what the heck happened back there? Damn, I guess they might be battling a little too hard back there. Either that or one of them made a mistake. Matt Pistol was in second. I guess he must have made a mistake or something. Damn, almost lapped somebody in the end. First place, let's go. Hell yeah, brother. Now, let's see, what happened to Denny? Where is he? Oh my god, he's all the way in last. Jesus Christ. Wow. Started on pole and he's going to end up finishing probably most... Oh, no, no, never mind. He's not last, but damn, he was in last. Wow. Started on pole and ended up at the back. Damn. He must have had a really rough race. Holy moly. But, anywho, that win definitely makes up for the poor performance I had in the last race. So, I will take it. And we got one more race to go, and hopefully we get some dynamic weather in this. I really don't want to have 3 dry races in a row. I want to experience some wet conditions in this car, in this race. And but hey, you know, we almost got the fastest lap in that race too. But I guess I'm pretty sure we at least got second fastest lap. I think so. I'll take it. I mean, hey, I had the fastest lap for about a second before Jersey took it from me. But that's all right. I don't know if that was a clean race or not. I doubt it. Yeah, no, it wasn't. But that's okay. Yep, we still got the driver rating increase, so it's all good. All right, one more race to finish this off, and we got another 7 minutes to wait. Run the NSX again. All right, let's see if we can get that elusive 149 that I was very close to getting before. Let's see if we can get it. As long as we don't screw up any of the laps, we'll have at least 3-4 laps to do it. Alright, let's lock in. Let's go. Okay, well, that lap's a write-off, but at least we didn't get a penalty, so we don't have to worry about restarting. Guess we didn't lock in hard enough there. It's alright, we still got at least a couple more laps. Ah, you son of a bitch. Damn it. I was 3.2 seconds up coming out of that chicane. Then I lost it. Ah. Okay, if I restart now, I'll have enough time to get there. Man, for a moment there, I thought that was gonna be it, but not quite. It's all right. We got one more shot. Yeah, that wasn't very fast. Nah. Nah, we've already screwed it up. Yeah, no, we ain't getting no 49. Oh well. I tried my damnedest, just couldn't quite do it. Damn, if only I didn't mess up the chicane on that last lap. Oh man, we would have had it. I tried a little too hard to go through that a little bit quicker than I did on the previous lap, and it cost me. For a moment, I carried the speed through the first apex, but it kind of compromised my line into the second apex, and that's what cost me the lap. Alright, let's see what we get for this last race. Hopefully we get some actual dynamic weather in this one, and not just have a full dry race 3 times in a row. Alright, come on. Give us some dynamic weather. Come on. Okay, starting second behind Denny again. Okay. Actually, wait. Let's see where it is at this current moment. Let's see, current... okay, well, there was current at time, but now at the current time, there's nothing. Son of a biscuit. Okay, well, son of a bitch. I think we are going to have another mostly dry race. I don't know if there's going to be any rain coming in right at the end or not, but for the most part, son of a bitch, this is going to be another dry race. Dadgummit. Oh well. We make do with what we got, I guess. Guess it doesn't help that I'm only doing 3 of these, but oh well. Alright, last race of the stream. Starting second behind Denny again. So we'll see if we can win 2 times in a row here. There's no weather right now, and it's not really probably not gonna be any for the whole race, most likely. Denny made a mistake immediately. Oh man, Denny's already out of the top 8. Jeez, he is really not having a good time. Well, that's not what I wanted. Son of a bitch. Well, at the moment, it seems like he has a faster lap than me, but for the most part, it seems like we're about even on pace, so... I mean, it's not over. I mean, I can still get it back. I think so far I've been better out of the hairpin than him every time, so... Holy moly. Wow, that was a hell of a race. Holy shit. What a fucking battle we had. Damn. Well, I say that's a pretty good way to finish off, huh? We didn't get any dynamic weather in any of these races, but hey, at least we ended off with a hell of a freaking fight. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, like we were both even on pace, and we were both making minor mistakes throughout that whole entire race. So really, it could have been anybody's race there. But man, whew, that was fun. That was a hell of a race. I'm gonna message him. Oh, he didn't respond. Oh well. Okay. Yeah, as I said, this is gonna be a shorter stream, so yep, I'm gonna go ahead and end it off there. So, yep, I'm gonna go ahead and end it up there. So, I thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I shall catch y'all in the next one. See y'all later. Oh, that's not what I want.